Welcome back. It is Sunday, July 9th in the MLB. We got 4 picks coming your guys' way, but first and off, it's Austin, joined by Logan. And unfortunately, we have to recap yesterday, back-to-back sweeps, although we wish it was the good way because it was an 0-3 day yesterday. And let's talk about it. Now, I had Blake Snell over 1.5 earned runs. He absolutely cooked the Mets. I mean, Blake Snell's been great. I'm not fading him ever again. Then we have the Red Sox and Athletics Nerfy, which was a brutal one in there because we obviously with Nerfies, you bet on the pitchers and they switched the pitchers on us. Obviously, we wouldn't have taken it if we knew they were starting the Athletics started, but naturally that's how it works. Then Logan, I don't even want to talk about your Orioles and Twins over 8.5. I mean, there were 7 runs scored by the top of the first or top of the second. And yeah, they end with 8. Now, a lot of you probably got a push since the line did go down to 8, but not much you can do there, man. A brutal, brutal day all around. It is the last day before the All-Star break, and we're going to give you guys some energy, give you guys some winning picks, and hopefully get the 4-0 sweep going into Friday, which our next video will be on Friday's best bets. We're going to take off the All-Star break, kind of reassess things, but kind of take a step back. If you were to look at last year, going into the All-Star break, starting on Friday, we're at 12 units. We're already above that, so hopefully we can do better the second half of the year. I think we certainly can dial it back in. But before I dive into our favorite picks, do want to talk about WynnBet because we actually have a great offer there if you want to take advantage of it. Not a lot of people have this offer, but you can bet $20 and get $100 in bet credits on WynnBet. It's available in a ton of different states. All you got to do is sign up using the top link in the description. Use the code that we have down there. It's XSHOT, and then you can get $100 in site credits just by betting $20. It's available in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Virginia. You see all the different states, a ton of different states. So check it out if you want to. But Logan, word on the street is you got a 2-unit play. What's it going to be?
I do have a 2-unit play. Yesterday was a disgusting beat. I was sick to my stomach and it ruined my whole Saturday. But today we're back with revenge, and I'm going to a 2-unit play. I'm taking the Royals plus 1.5, minus 105 odds on BetMGM's currently your best value there. Logan, putting 2 units on the Royals. Well, look, guys, if this pick doesn't pan out, I'll have the whole All-Star break to think about how sharp I was trying to be on the Royals, and I'll get to sit and put myself in a timeout because we will have almost a week off. But when I look at this pick, and the reason why I am so confident in making it 2 units, first of all, I do want to mention, post All-Star break, we're going to have a lot more aggressive plays like this. This is just the first of many of me trying to be sharp and me hopefully coming out with good results because I do believe I'm in my abilities to handicap baseball. When I look at the weekend baseball slate, I usually try to find the parlay buster, the thing that's going to make everyone go, oh my gosh, why did I trust that team? Today, I think it's the Guardians overlooking the Royals. The line opened for this run line opened at Royals minus 135 on the run line. Since then, the public have absolutely taken this line for a ride. The public percentage on this one is quite comical. It's pretty much 95% of bets and money on the Guardians in this one for good reason, right? Yesterday, of course, the Guardians won 10-6. Royals offense, though, a takeaway from that game, they are capable of showing up. That's why I needed to see before I can back this team, because a lot of times the Royals are getting shut out and they're just putting up pathetic displays of baseball. But yesterday they finally did bring the bats, and I like that. Now the pitching wasn't there, but today they're facing Shane Bieber. Now Shane Bieber to me is just a name this year. 3.66 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP. Decent numbers for Shane Bieber. He's considered an ace, but look. The Royals just saw Bieber, 629. Bieber went 6 innings pitched, 0 and runs, 8 Ks. Again, just making you feel so good and so confident to pick Guardians today. Bieber's strikeout line is only 5.5 today, and his to record a win is only plus 140. Do either of those look suspect to you? Because to me, those are absolutely suspect lines for Shane Bieber today. And I mean, I've bet baseball long enough to kind of like know a trap, when I see it. I think Guardians are such a big trap today, and I'm willing to, sacrifice my reputation on this. Bieber's StatCast numbers are terrible. That's why I said he's mostly a name this year. He's an ace pitcher, but his numbers to me do not scream, the value he's getting to, 4.92 expected ERA, nearly a 5 expected ERA. That's incredible. 9th percentile in hard hit percentage and expected batting average, 21st percentile in expected slugging, and 25th percentile in K percentage. So he's not even, getting the strikeouts like he's supposed to be. He's got a ton of, we've always mentioned the blue circles on there. The only red circle on Baseball Savant for Shane Bieber is his walk percentage, which he wasn't even good last time out. He gave up 5 walks versus the Braves. So my question is, if you are backing Shane Bieber, what do you like? Do you just like, the fact that he's once considered an ace? or the fact that you're expecting him to do what he just did against the Royals. And I've told you in baseball, it's really hard second time out to, cook the same team you just faced not too long ago. We saw that yesterday with Sonny Gray. I mean, the Orioles hit him around for sure. And they just saw him recently. So it's the hardest thing in baseball, to repeat what you've already done. And the Royals have plenty of plate appearances versus Bieber. Some of them have decent splits. You've got Salvador Perez, 227 with 3 home runs. You got Duffy, 364, Melendez, 500. Now Prado and Witt Jr., there's some work to be done for those two bats. I would request both of them because they have not seen Bieber well. Just put the bat on the shoulder, try to draw a walk, right? Bobby Witt Jr. is incapable of that. He has to swing at everything. But I actually do think this offense will be really sneaky and a pain in Shane Bieber's side today. I don't think he cooks them today. Now, who's starting for the Royals today? It's scheduled to be Ryan Yarbrough. 6.15 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. Yeah, the ERA looks high. And you know what? It's a sort of small sample size. It's his first start since May 7th. And his 3 starts this year, 1, 5, and 1 earned runs for Yarbrough. So, I mean, he's mixed in a terrible start in there, but a couple decent starts as well. And you know what? Yarbrough's expected ERA is supposed to be lower. It's 4.85. So, I mean, Yarbrough is a pitch to contact guy. If you've never watched him pitch, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but his hard hit percentage, 95th percentile. That's what we like to see. I mean, actually, that's the perfect recipe to me for the plus 1.5 run line, because he's one of those guys that's supposed to keep the game close. He's probably not going to go that long into this game. He's maybe 4 innings max. But what I do like from Yarbrough is that he's not allowing the home run ball. And we know Progressive Field can be a launch pad for home runs. He's only allowed 3 homers in his time as a starter and in the bullpen this year. He was working out of the bullpen earlier for the Royals. Cleveland, look at this offense, 29th in runs, 17th in hits at home. I don't mind fading this Guardians offense coming off a 10-run game yesterday. I really don't. It's one of those law of averages thing. They have not been a good, consistent home offense. And you know what? This is just a spot that I'm like, Ryan Yarbrough could easily lull them to sleep. And you look at the bullpens now, this is where it could get a little dicey. Cleveland's second in bullpen ERA. Kansas City is 29th in bullpen ERA. I mean, there is a discrepancy there. I'm not going to lie. This is why the Royals have a terrible record. But we have to remember in baseball, even the best teams lose a ton of games. And I do find value in the underdog Royals in this spot. I just think they're going to be a pain in everyone's side today. They can win outright, but I'm taking them on the plus 1.5 run line, because at home, it's not the easiest thing to cover the minus 1.5 run line. I know it can seem easy to you sometimes, but I'm going to go ahead and take them for 2 units, and that's my play for today. Austin, what you got for us?
Logan, I think it's pretty sharp. I think they're getting it done. But for my pick, I'm going to go to an under, and it's going to be probably, I think, the earliest start of the day, and it's going to be in the Rangers-Nationals game, taking the under at 10.5. Not going to give you any pivots because I don't think you need any of them, because I think everyone should be able to take the under 10.5. If it goes down to 10, you got my sign of approval there too. But let's talk about this one, because when people wake up, they're going to see the earliest start of the day, and for people that are out in California like myself, they see it at 9 a.m., they're going to wake up, see Patrick Corbin on the mound. Yep, I'm hammering Rangers money line, hammering the over for everything, and I'm just going to go back to bed, because I think that's what a lot of people want to do. And you remember the last time I backed Patrick Corbin, what did he do? Went out there through 7 scoreless innings against the Mariners. And while I doubt that he does that again here today against the Rangers, I'm just saying I think he's going to pitch decently today. Now, you look at Patrick Corbin, sure, no one wants to back him. And while I don't want to watch the Nationals on the money line or the Nationals plus 1.5, I think they got a chance there today. You just saw them win yesterday. But we look at Corbin, he enters with a 5.13 ERA and a 1.59 whip. Yeah, he hasn't been good, but he is coming off a 6 earned run type start. Look, if he comes out here and gives up 6 earned runs, I'm not going to lie to you, we're going to be in a tough spot. But I think he's going to be better here today, and there's a couple different reasons why. Obviously, pitchers do bounce back after certain starts, and Corbin has pitched in 18 games, started 18 of them. He's allowed 5 or more, so 6 earned runs in 4 of those starts. And the start immediately following that, he gave up 4, 3, and 0 earned runs. So he's been able to bounce back. And while 4 and 3 earned runs aren't great, we're sitting at a line at 10.5. So we have some wiggle room here for Corbin to come up and give, 2, 3, 4 earned runs. If Corbin only gives up, 1, 2, or 3, I think we're in a pretty good spot. And we've seen Corbin have those decent starts before. Look, I know everyone's going to be riding with the Rangers. They're obviously a great talented team. They have all the talented bats. Coming off only a 3-run game, you'd expect them to score more against Patrick Corbin. But at the same time, This is Patrick Corbin. Maybe he gets some double play balls. It's the guy that throws a lot of off-speed stuff. And if maybe he's getting those, pitches to hit the corner, he could have a decent outing against the Rangers. I'm not saying he holds them scoreless, but I do think that he can at least pitch decently. And if he can give us, 2 or 3 earned runs, I think it's going to put us in a great spot considering we're getting a 10.5 line just because people are going to be hammering the over. But I don't see it going any higher than that. Now, it maybe Corbin comes out and gives up 5 or 6 earned runs. That means we're going to need a great start out of the Rangers guy, and it's going to be Dane Dunning. Now, Dane Dunning enters the year with a 2.61 ERA and a 1.1 whip. I'll let you know right now, at the end of the year, 2.61, that will probably be the lowest you'll see his ERA. His ERA is not going to be that low. His expected ERA is 4.57. So they're obviously expecting some regression to come his way, but that doesn't mean it all has to come today. I mean, he could give up 2 or 3 earned runs here today too, but we still have a chance. I mean, that's why I like this 10.5 line. I mean, this is a guy in Dunning that really doesn't throw any fastballs. Only 3% of the time he's throwing 4-seam fastball. The other 97% of the time is all off-speed pitches. So we'll see how the Nationals are able to hit him because he's throwing a lot of sinkers, a lot of cutters, sliders, changeups, curveballs here and there. I think this Nationals team might struggle to see him the first time through the order and maybe the second time as well. It's not, I mean, Dunning has had starts where he goes 8 innings pitched before and pitched pretty well. And we look at Dunning, 11 starts this year, started off as kind of like a bullpen, like a 2, 3, 4 inning type guy, but his last 11 starts been really good. He allowed 4 earned runs just once, 3 earned runs twice, and then 0, 1, or 2 the other 8 starts. So had a great sample size here. This obviously is the Nationals team that I mean, sure, the Nationals are a good offense. They just scored 8 yesterday, but I'm fine fading them here today. We know Dunning is capable of going, 1 or 2 earned run type performances. And I just think Dunning and Corbin at least pitch decently to give us a chance here. I know both the bullpens are not great. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. We're not going to come out here and say, hey, the Nats have one of the best bullpens in the league. Rangers, a great bullpen too. Look, they're probably going to make some adjustments, especially the Rangers at the deadline to try to, assess that. But still, at the end of the day, this is the last game before the All-Star break. They're not really going to rest their best guys. The Rangers bullpen should be almost fully rested. Only used 2 guys yesterday. I think they'll get some length out of their starter and Dunning, use their best guys to kind of close this game. I think the Nationals, unless they're losing by a ton, they'll use their best guys. They don't need to worry about resting them for the game tomorrow because they have off until Friday. So I like trusting their best bullpen guys to come out there, at least do their thing. Look, under 10.5, I think it's a big line. It's a high, obviously, because they know people are going to pay it for Corbin, but I think Corbin can pitch decently. Dunning can pitch decently. Early start too. Give me the under 10.5 is my favorite play. But Logan, I think you know what time it is. It's Nerfy Nation time, baby. The flags are out, and you know what? We got 2 Nerfies today. We're going to the All-Star break with fire, and we got 2 of them coming your guys' way. And I really like this first one that we got cooked up. And we're going back to the scene of the crime because we're going to Athletics and Red Sox. Nowhere in first inning. Currently plus 105 on Bet365. Now, look, if they switch pitchers on us, maybe you want to wait to place it because if they switch it, we don't really want to take it because that A's team, if they're going to throw in a bullpen guy, Logan and I don't want a random bullpen guy out of the A's bullpen. But let's talk about who's going to start for the Red Sox. They're actually starting a bullpen guy for us. It's going to be Taylor Scott. Now, look, like I said, some bullpen guys, they're coming in. Their main job is just get 3 outs. He's not going to probably go more than 1 or 2 innings here, and I certainly think he can. The A's are 21st in first inning runs. Look, I think Ruiz is now on the 10-day IL, so he's not annoying at the top of the lineup where if Ruiz gets on base, he's always stealing second. So I like this top of the lineup. I think he can carve them up. The A's, obviously, if they score, tip the hat to him, but I think he can get us those first 3 outs. Who's going to be pitching for the A's today? Hopefully pitching for the A's today, Logan.
Yeah, it's scheduled to be JP Sears, and that's why Austin and I are saying wait. Like, seriously, wait before you place this one, because if it is JP Sears, we want it, but if it's not, I don't want it. JP Sears 11-6 on no-run first innings. The Red Sox 15th in first inning runs. Look, I still stand by what we said yesterday. I think this Red Sox offense, when they face a decent pitcher, could be stopped in the first inning. They've been inconsistent there. Over/under set to 9.5. That's why we're getting a good, plus 105 price on this one. Yeah, I mean, I think both these pitchers can certainly get it done for us.
Yeah, Logan, I really think it's a good one. And I think let's just kind of honestly segue quick into our next one, which is where we saw the scene of a no-hitter yesterday. Although, despite a no-hitter, the Nerfy did not hit because the Tigers scored in the first inning. We're going to the Blue Jays, Tigers, nowhere in first inning. I think that first one smacks, but I think this one's going to smack too. And hopefully we can go 2-0 on Nerfies. If we somehow go 0-2, you probably won't see a Nerfy on the channel for a couple weeks now. But we're really confident in this read here because you look at the Blue Jays who are going to lead off this game. They're going to have to go up against Tariq Skubal. He made his first start of the year 1-0 on Nerfies. I think he threw a no-hitter for four or five innings. They obviously had a short leash on him. Has Nerfied in 5 straight games dating back to last year. And this is a team, just like Ruiz is injured for the A's, Springer on the paternity list, and I don't anticipate him coming back today. I think they'll just give him off until the All-Star break. So, look, I think Skubal can come in here, do his thing. The Blue Jays tied for 16th in first inning runs. When it rains, it pours with that offense. They either score 3 or they're not scoring any. With Bichette leading off, with switching up the where guys hit, I think that kind of messes with their mojo. Now you got Bichette batting lead off instead of first. They had Brandon Belt in there yesterday. Obviously, whatever they line up, they tried it out. Didn't work because they got hit. They got no hit. Well, I anticipate they probably get a hit, probably a runner in scoring position here just to mess with us. But I think this is a pretty good one. I think Skubal can do his thing. Who's on the other side, Logan?
Yeah, Chris Bassett's supposed to start for the Blue Jays. Bassett 13-5 on Nerfies this year. Pretty solid record for Chris Bassett. He's facing a Tigers offense that did run first inning yesterday, but today they're no run first inning. They're 24th in first inning runs. I trust Chris Bassett to be able to get through that lineup and get 3 outs without letting them score. The over-under set to 8.5. Not super high in this one. Obviously, we just mentioned Blue Jays got no hit yesterday. I don't mind fading the Blue Jays offense at all, especially in the first inning, because they are just one of the teams. They're a top 10 and grounded into double plays. I mean, I don't have to tell you this. If you've ever bet Blue Jays, I'm sure you can voice your frustration for that offense. They have talent on paper, but it rarely produces when you want it. Hopefully, Nerfy Nation, we can go 2-0 on Nerfies. Look, going into the All-Star break, I love nothing more.
We need a 2-0 Nerfy day. We need that 2-unit play to smack, and we need that under in the Rangers and Nationals game. It's 4 picks. We're probably going to up the picks as the season goes on, just because we think, honestly, normally we're just sitting back with a lot of leans that hit and then naturally a regular plays hit. So you probably see some more plays out of us second half of the year, more player props, more first 5 same game parlays, which a lot of people seem to want, and hopefully more winners, because we certainly are due a very good hot streak. And hopefully that starts today going into the break. Obviously, Logan and I are signing out. We'll see you guys back on Friday for some more picks, and we'll see you guys then. Hopefully bringing out the brooms then. I'll be back home and the broom will be handy, and we'll see you guys then. Let's have a great day, Logan. Go Royals, baby. Let's have a great day. We'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys on Friday.